This is CTC News with Wesley Qatar, broadcasting from Sint Eustatius, Dutch Caribbean. Sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
It's Wednesday, January 2nd, 2013, day 2 of a brand new year. Good evening, I am Wesley Qatar, and this is CTC News, broadcasting live from CTC Studios at Station Mall. In tonight's headlines, Seaborne Legend makes maiden call to Sint Eustatius, area around Statius Harbor cleaned up, Statia welcomes New Year with church and fireworks. More on these local headlines after a word from our sponsors.
Everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl. I will steer it in the right direction, no have no fear. Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, cause I care.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity, there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Many stations witnessed the maiden call of the cruise ship Seaborne Legend to Sint Eustatius Sunday at 8 a.m. Many turned out to the renovated harbor where booths were set up to welcome those passengers who had disembarked the luxury cruiser to visit the island. The Kili Kili Band entertained visitors and locals alike with its string band music echoing all over the harbor area. Island Governor Gerald Burkle, Commissioner of Tourism Carlisle Tea, and Director of Tourism Charles Lindo went on board the ship to welcome it to the island. Linda received the plaque to mark the Seaborne Legend's maiden call. On shore, arriving visitors were met by a welcome team dressed in traditional wear who presented them with locally made drinks. The visitors could take various tours, while others were seen browsing the local products that were on display in the booths. The Seaborne Legend left Statia around 6 p.m. Charles A. Woodley Pier and the area surrounding the harbor of Sint Eustatius were cleaned up as a part of the preparations for inaugural call of luxury cruise ship Seaborne Legend last Sunday. Acting Harbor Master Austin Van Heinigen and harbor personnel were busy cleaning the area, removing dirt and placing gravel and plants to beautify the renovated extended harbor. This included the roll-off, roll-on ramp, which was recently completed and extend until the road to Lower Town, providing fishermen and other boat owners with better facilities to take their vessels in and out of the water. The renovated harbor area is also used for community activities such as parties and allows of the parking of cars. Many stations attended church services during Old Year's Night for worship to bring in the new year. The long row of church services was kicked off Monday evening by Seventh-day Adventist Church, where Elder Julian Hinkson preached on forgiveness during the service, which was covered live on radio station PJR1. Bethel Methodist Church all year service also had a large attendance. The Roman Catholic Church was packed with parishioners, with Father Raphael Cananay administering Mass and giving everyone blessings for the new year at the conclusion of the service. Members of the Spanish-speaking community gathered in numbers at the Church of God Valley of Blessings for service led by their new pastor. While fireworks were lit at the stroke of midnight in Lower Town near Hillhead Road, the ships in the harbor blew their horns, marking the beginning of the new year. The ship's horns were echoed by ringing church bells and blaring sirens of emergency service vehicles on shore. A traffic jam formed on the road to Lower Town as persons drove into that direction in their bid to obtain a better view of the fireworks display. Persons who watched the show from Fort Orania and Hillhead were also able to see the fireworks that were lit on Saba. No incidents were reported during the turning of the year. Up next in regional news, new government installed in Curaçao, CARICOM restructuring a top priority for Secretary General in 2013. More on regional and later international news as we return from a short break.
In everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl. You know I care, girl. 'Cause it's love that we share. I will steer it in the right direction. Don't have no fear. Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl. You know I care, girl. 'Cause I care.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
Don't touch that dot. To advertise your business or promote events, contact us at CTC on 318-1627, 318-4664 or 318-4453. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
The new Curaçao government was sworn in on Monday morning. The country's new prime minister is banker Daniel Hodge. This means that Curaçao has officially had 3 prime ministers during the year 2012. The year opened with Gerrit Schotten as prime minister. He was ousted by the majority in parliament. Acting Governor Adel van der Pluim-Vrede appointed Stanley Betrian as Prime Minister of Curaçao in an interim government. After the elections of October 19, 2012, in which Pueblo Soberano PS came out as the largest party, the leader of the party declared that he supported a transitional government with financial experts to help the country get out of its financial debacle. The well-known local lawyer and former member of parliament, Glenn Camelia, was appointed to oversee the formation of the new government with a broad support from parliament. Soon after Camellia started his information rounds, it became clear that the former coalition of MFK, PS, and MAN could not form a government together. PS then decided to approach the new political party PAIS, headed by former Minister of Economic Affairs Alex Rosaria, and old-time party PNP headed by Member of Parliament Humphrey Davalar. These three parties formed a bloc of 10 members in Parliament, which was not, however, enough to support a government. Negotiations continued with the political party PAR, headed by the last Prime Minister of the Netherlands Antilles, now dissolved, Emily de Jong El Hage. These negotiations failed, following which MP Glenn Sulveran deserted his party and became an independent member. Sulveran then signed the willingness agreement with PS, PAIS, and PNP, which increased the parliamentary bloc to 11. This was enough to democratically support a government for Curaçao. Former Prime Minister of Curaçao, Gerrit Schotte, is now the leader of opposition. The other parties in the opposition are PAR with 3 seats and MAN with 2 seats. The restructuring of the Caribbean Community CARICOM Secretariat will be one of the priority areas for Secretary General Irving Larocque in 2013. Revamping the administrative arm of the community was one of the recommendations of the Landell Mills Consultancy, and heads of government had mandated a strategic plan and change process to effect the transformation. In a recent interview, Secretary General Larocque indicated that the strategic plan will be a major piece of work that will be undertaken in the new year. We have already lined up the necessary resources to get it done, and I intend to start in earnest the change process or the transformation process that our heads have mandated. With the assistance of DFID, we have been able to engage a change facilitator who will be advising me on the way forward. But the change process and the leadership of the change process rest with me. So it's going to occupy a significant amount of my time, he said. While the change will begin at the Secretariat, it is intended to sweep the community as a whole, its organs and its institutions. It was clear, the Secretary General said, that there was some need for some transformation to make the Secretariat and the community more effective and efficient. The Secretary General said some aspects of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy CSME are to be advanced next year also. The new year will also see a continuation of the outreach and advocacy missions he had undertaken since his tenure began in 2011. The associate members, Anguilla, Bermuda, British Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, and the Turks and Caicos Islands will be targeted this time around, as they are an integral part of what we are doing. In international news, at least 61 crushed in Ivory Coast stampede. At least 61 people were crushed to death in a stampede after a New Year's Eve fireworks display at a stadium in Ivory Coast main city, Abidjan, early on Tuesday, officials said. Witnesses said police had tried to control crowds around the Felix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium following the celebrations, triggering a panic in which scores were trampled. The estimate we can give right now is 49 people hospitalized and 61 people dead, said the Chief of Staff of Abidjan's Fire Department, Issa Sako. Crying women searched for missing family members outside the stadium on Tuesday morning. The area was covered in patches of dried blood and abandoned shoes. My 2 children came here yesterday. I told them not to come, but they did not listen. They came when I was sleeping. What will I do? Said Asitu Toure, a cleaner. Sanata Zure, a market vendor injured in the incident, said New Year's revelers going home after watching the fireworks had been stopped by police near the stadium. We were walking with our children and we came upon barricades, and people started falling into each other. We were trampled with our children, she said. Another witness said police arrived to control the crowd after a mob began chasing a pickpocket. President Alassane Ouattara called the deaths a national tragedy and said an investigation was underway to find out what happened. I hope that we can determine what caused this drama so that we can ensure it never happens again, he said after visiting the injured in the hospital. The country, once a stable economic hub for West Africa, is struggling to recover from a 2011 civil war in which more than 3,000 people were killed. Ivory Coast security forces once were among the best trained in the region, but a decade of political turmoil and the 2011 war has left them in disarray. At least 18 people were killed in another stampede during a football match in Abidjan Stadium in 2009. Up next, your 3-day weather forecast for the islands of St. Eustatius, Saba, and St. Martin. More on local weather conditions after a short break.
In everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause it's love that we share. I will steer it in the right direction, don't have no fear. Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause I care.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At City Creativity there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Welcome back to our 3-day weather forecast. We will begin on Statia and Saba. Tonight, Wednesday, January 2nd, partly cloudy with a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 16 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, January 3rd, partly cloudy with a temperature of a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chances of rain with winds east at 19 miles per hour. On Friday, January 4th, partly cloudy with a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chances of rain with winds east at 19 miles per hour. We now go to St. Martin. Tonight, Wednesday, January 2nd, partly cloudy with a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chances of rain with winds east at 11 miles per hour. On Thursday, January 3rd, partly cloudy with a temperature of 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chances of rain with winds east at 13 miles per hour. On Friday, January 4th, partly cloudy with a temperature of 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 20% chances of rain with winds east at 14 miles per hour. That was our 3-day weather forecast for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin. Thanks again for tuning in. This has been the first CTC News edition for the year 2013. Looking forward to sharing many more headlines in local, regional, and international news. Just a reminder that CTC can be followed on CTC's official website, www.citycreativity.com, and on CTC Radio 101.9 FM. Join us again on Friday at 7:30, but until then, do have a good one.